Hello everybody, and welcome to, believe it or not, episode 30 of Let's Play Republic the Revolution. It's been about a year since the last episode, but we're back by popular demand. And we're still getting back into our people's revolutionary offensive against our great enemies, the regime and their politically immature lackeys, the anarchists and the mafia. Now I'll admit that I don't remember much about this game. It's been about a year, as I've said. And the one thing I remember was that we were in dire straits because we were losing morale and fast. Fortunately, we still have our men running errands to try and retake this city from our enemies, essentially. And we'll see what we can get done in the next couple of days as we resume this series. I must admit though that this probably won't be the longest or most exciting episode. I'm still getting back into the rhythm of the game, and so I want to try and essentially consolidate what I've done before, even though I'm perfectly aware of the fact that my best bet is beating the shit out of the anarchist and mafia members and scaring them out of the movement. There we had our boys doing what they're best at. Intimidation for the revolution. Because the city of Pugachev will not fall to us by itself. It is not like an apple that will fall from the tree when it is ripe. No, it is for us to grasp, to hold and to use once it is ours, to wield it against the enemies of the people, and to defend the Novistranen revolution. And I think it may be about time that I tried holding a rally. Just a suggestion, though. First, we're going to see how our next couple of activities go, because we're still going on with our poster campaigns trying to regain these districts that we're losing. And Comrade Ignatev has gained a level. Now this is something that I can call based. He's leveled up by beating the shit out of our enemies. So I think that we can use his army draft ability much to our advantage once we get it. So we'll boost his control, status a little bit, but his charisma needs strengthening. So how about we take a point away from each of these two and strengthen their charisma, because he needs charisma to try and empower our friends, our comrades. Basically this is turning into a movement for personal growth and evolution. It's one of those self-help movements that we've been hearing so much about. I'm pretty sure the Africans mastered the art of the self-help movement a while back. Think about Tanzania and Zambia and all those places that you never really hear about. But now, Pugachev is still not under our control. So I say it's about time for a rally. We have the points, so it's just a matter of starting it. And we're gonna do it somewhere where everybody will be able to see us. Right in front of the goddamn City fucking Hall. You heard that right. City Hall. We're breaking the gates down, we're breaking the conditioning. The glass ceiling is coming crashing down now as we prepare to establish what can only be called a great offensive. A towering assault on all those who attempt to defeat our movement. You know what? These sons of bitches haven't a single chance. Unfortunately though, we seem to sort of lack the ability to capitalize on the retreat of our rivals, due to our own movement being rather, I wouldn't say mature because that would be stupid, but we simply don't have the necessary stamina. Because this is a long-run battle right here. One that I'm afraid we may not be able to win. But I don't care. We are doing the only rational thing that we could do. We're striking, we're attacking, we're breaking the enemy, and making sure that we, the Novistranen People's Revolutionary Movement, the National People's Revolutionary Movement, will be coming out on top. It's inevitable, really. Don't you dare question that. But we've got to continue without fear. Otherwise we're going to burn out, which we're already doing. I'm afraid the game might not have even been ready for such constant conflict. For us to be fighting time and again over these places. Because every movement is falling apart. The only difference is that we're falling apart at a slightly slower rate than our rivals. And that is very fortunate for us. Otherwise we would have burnt out long ago. Now, here we have another rally. One of my favorite things to do when it comes to guiding the people. Look at the loudspeakers, look at the picket signs, isn't it beautiful? I haven't seen this in a year, you know, and it's great. It's beautiful. The music capitalizes on drama right here. We have people dedicating themselves to me, to my movement, to my revolution. But I'm not going to say that in the speech. Why the fuck would I say that kind of self-absorbed bullshit in the speech? What I will, however, say is that this is our revolution. And so I shall call the people to fight. Dear people of Novistrana, I say, I address you once more from the thick of the battle. Our campaign remains a fierce one. One that we shall nevertheless prevail in. Our enemies may slander us, they may assault us, but it is our duty to triumph. A righteous future for the people. One in which every man, woman and child will be able to rejoice in the revolutionary fruits of justice and righteousness is what we must fight to achieve. For our children and their own children, we must strike at the heart of the dictatorship as we continue our gallant battle. I'm not sure how I'm managing to ad-lib all of this alongside it, but I missed it, I really did. I'm feeling kind of enthusiastic. It hasn't happened in a while. So now let's turn into a movement of the hearts for a moment. We need it. We really do. Of course we need to have reason and science behind us, but that doesn't matter. For the moment. Passion will bring us to power. Afterwards we can form a proper doctrine. Now this isn't what I'm saying in the speech, of course. I have no idea what your man is saying, but you get the gist. Honestly, I couldn't be arsed to keep on translating, so here we go. I think I'll just leave this behind for a moment now, because it's going to keep on going in the same vein. That we need to overthrow the government. That we need to defeat our rivals. That we need to overcome all that faces us here and now. I'm using all of my resources towards this goal. And we seem to be gaining strength. I need to pull off another army draft though. Try and gain Potemkin Plaza once more. So the city center is now under our almost undisputed control. As we continue our brave assault on our rivals. Their situation is a tricky one. And I am ready to keep making it even trickier and trickier. Now I need to see what my goals were again. So it's been 40 days now in game since we started this. And it's still kind of tricky. So I'm wondering if we can speak to more warehouse owners to try and persuade them to give us their businesses, but there's multiple approaches that we can take. Either a business empire, a crime syndicate, or a charitable trust. And I'm preferring to lean towards the whole charitable trust thing, which is why we've gone for Ratushinskaya, Vesnin, Mandelstam, Udaltsova, and soon enough, Makievich as well. Essentially, we're trying to fill a gulf that has existed for too long. It's really rather simple, but nevertheless it is important. So we're going to have to direct our graffiti campaign as well. Really, we have to micromanage every single element of our battle against the enemies of our people's revolution. If we can gain control of this theatre, by the way, we'll have a very good chance at gaining the upper hand at last. Resolve is still relatively high, I'll admit that, and I'm happy with it. But we remain under pressure. Most importantly though, as the reports come in, we're regaining all lost ground. The Mafia and the Anarchists are being BTFO'd, to put it rather simply. Only the cartel seems to have some kind of strength. And it seems that everybody's resolve is rather low. Our one is actually the second highest at this point, which is very good since previously it had gone down into the motherfucking dumps. So we're gaining. We're winning. And we're going to keep on winning and winning and winning until there's no more winning to do. Until Novi Strana is ours. Guaranteed. Until every single street, every single house knows the glory of the NPRM. So now we're going to go for some more anti-capitalist graffiti, since this allows us to undercut the anarchists who otherwise would try to appeal to some working class revolutionary sentiments. We won't let them do that though. We have better things to attend to. You can count on that. For example, we could try and organize another strike in Alexandrovsk. How about that? And where else can we strike? Makievich is slowly falling under our control. But in the meantime, we need to strike to take Udaltsova away from our rivals. Now, unfortunately, there's no proper benefit from just using one of these main area effects. So I'll try something simpler. If it's possible, that is. Public criticism should work. But I'm wondering who would be the kind of person to do this. Who would work best in this role? I guess I'll go with that guy because there's really nobody else. So now we can cancel this activity if it's possible. Unless that's what Comrade Ignatev is doing right now. Which would be unfortunate because it's a waste of points. In the meantime, we're also going down to Pugachev fields and gaining ground there. But nevertheless, we remain under attack. We're being assaulted in the center of the town, and everywhere else for that matter. Yup, there goes the center again. That rally was almost in vain. Perfect. Fucking perfect. Time for some poster campaigns. Yeah. You know it. We're sending people into places where we know they'll be accepted. Where their clout and their influence is known. Where their aptitudes are perfectly harnessed. Because otherwise we'd just be fucking ourselves over completely. We're getting there now. We're getting there slowly but surely. So I'm wondering if there's anybody for me to liaise with. I'd rather not though, because really I want the charitable trust way to get the power. Because then we can even have a covering for clandestine activities if they're illegal. Not that I want to carry out any of those things, but you know, I hope. Anywho, I'm realizing that those decrease resolve actions that I was using were actually rather useful. Now I've got to see who else is losing resolve. Gennady Ermalov is on the verge of going out. The anarchists are collapsing. So I say we beat the shit out of Ermalov again. We get Ignatev to do it. If we can find the guy, that is. I don't see him. So let's go against someone else. Who else do the anarchists have who's losing resolve? Mr. Federov as well, the pressure group lobbyist. How about we beat the crap out of him too? Nothing better to do, is there? Somewhere a bit more clandestine if we can. This way we'll make sure that our control is assured. We shall make assurance double sure, to quote Shakespeare. And after we crush the anarchists once and for all, we'll go after the criminal organizations. After the mafia, that is. Our great rivals, who nevertheless are doomed. Doomed to a slow, agonizing destruction. Our resolve doesn't seem as bad as it used to be. I'll admit that. And the religious fervor with which we're assaulting our rivals is paying off. I won't deny. All in all, the situation looks promising, but nevertheless a little bit tricky. So we'll have to continue with the clandestine activities, with breaking the resolve of the enemy so that we can fill that gulf. Fill the gap of belief and trust which people require. They need something to believe in. And we're giving them that. And I think that's important. Very, very important. Otherwise, all of Novi Stranen's society would be brinking on collapse. And nobody would like that, now would they? So we're losing ground in Laika Common once again. We've got to send the poster boy up here to change things though. So we'll send him to Laika Common, and we'll also send him down to Buran as well. There's ground we can gain. It's all a matter of exploiting it. And here we go. What's this? The road to forming a crime syndicate. I'm gonna postpone that decision. Because I don't want to form a crime syndicate. Yet. There's more important things for me to do. There's hearts and minds to capture, believe it or not. And that's my job. I don't want to become a criminal. Not yet. No matter how promising it may be. Anyhow. The anarchists are on the way out. Their resolve is tumbling. We are gaining ground. Our movement has been recalled to life by the need of the Novi Stranen people, and of course by you, my subscribers and my viewers, seeing that this series was consistently the most popular through all of these months, despite me not uploading any new videos. So now I hope that you enjoy this one, and every other one that follows, and make sure to give me some feedback in the comment section, and to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the videos. Now I've been the Nerd Gamer. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the very next episode of Let's Play Republic the Revolution.